Good afternoon and welcome to Loomis Card Craze. We are rebuilding our inventory from a complete nuke on eBay, and part of that journey is I have a good old card show this weekend. So we're working through the revamp of the inventory, getting all of our slabs relisted and priced out this afternoon. So thanks for joining us. As people join chat, we will just kind of hang out and answer any questions that come up and just kind of have a good old hour. And don't mind me, I clicked the wrong button on my phone. It tried to repopulate everything. Alright, so we're just going to see what we can come up with today. Going to do a little pushity push on this. Should be done. 0.8, that should match. Perfect. Alright, I am in the process of trying to get the website to accept graded data, as I just add graded slabs there, as I hadn't come up yet where I need to list graded cards. So, working through it, seeing what we can come up with today. It's always something fun and exciting, huh? Alright, let's see if we can get our slabs imported. New imports. Alright, test of the draw. Let's see if it works. And we're going to list them. Listing. Here she goes. Is it going to work is the question. Boom. One listing done. It's working. I'm excited. We're pumped. The cards are listing. All of my slabs are probably going to sell before the card show in 12 hours because that's my luck. Well, 16 hours. But yeah, we'll get started. Don't mind me, I'm just drinking my soda of the day. My soda. I don't like that it tries to merge. Interesting. It is merging them, isn't it? That's why I'm doing it, and not somebody else. Alright, so let's go to eBay, which it's easy enough. I can just end the listings, right? If shit does shenanigans that I don't want it to do. And that's why we don't push stuff out to people before I fix it completely. And yes, I went down a rabbit hole today. I should be prepping for the card show. Who needs that, right? Telling Claude to fix its stuff so it doesn't bone me. We gotta get it fixed. Jonas, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Today's a great day. We're just getting the inventory popped back in. We're getting prepped for the card show. Trying to get all of my slabs in the system. That way I can just easily pull them into my card show bucket here. That should make my life a heck of a lot easier. I think I need to figure out a way to trim this down. Make it less intimidating. Intimidation seems to be my best friend lately when it comes to things. Alright, so I need to check my eBay listings. See if they populated yet. They have. And as you can see, all of my PSAs merged, which I don't really like that because they're all separate certs. Saints, how we doing, man? How we doing? I don't know how I feel about that. So obviously I want less listings, right? But how do you merge? How do you list a multi-quantity slab when somebody's buying a cert number, right? I don't know if that makes much sense. So I'm thinking I'm going to wipe these listings and relist it, not combined. Shiny, how we doing, my friend? Or as you say, yo. need to, now that I ended those, I need to go back to the website. I need to sync my inventory. That way I can just resubmit it once I get all the code figured out. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Yeah, it would trim listings, but I don't think I want 6 of the same slab showing. That's why we trial and error stuff. Alright, I need to list more graded. I wish Card Uploader, all these different things allowed you to do multi-tenant searches for slabs. I know why they don't, right? They're pulling different databases, but if only it was possible. Alright, I'm going to push this. Okay, that is deployed, so let's do another import. That should fix my issues. I'm going to wait till the eBay syncs. Yeah, it's a great question, Shiny. I do have the 3D printer piece. I actually just helped another individual acquire one yesterday as well. I have the black part in, so I tried it with the black part out. The issue I had was the cards would fall down. And I'd have to pull them, I'd have to open it up, pull them back out, and it was just a mess. So I did go with the 3D printed piece. I haven't had any issues since I got it. And I've run through, again, I'm guesstimating, right? I've run through about 150,000 cards since I got the 3D printer attachment. And it's been smooth. I haven't had any issues with it. All right. Let's try again. Oh no, I'm still on. We're still going. Want my listings to make sure they're accurate before I try to dump the same SKUs back in. That would be a no bueno. No bueno at all. I like the status bar. I got recommended to add that today, and it's beautiful. It's very helpful. Shows what we're doing. Syncing all my orders now, all my financial data. Boom. Should be done. Yep, March 6th is sold. That's exactly what I wanted. So now it's doing finances. So anytime you hit one of the sync buttons on any of the pages now, it does all 3. It syncs your listings, it syncs your orders, and then any financial data. So any shipping labels, anything like that, it pulls in from that's recently been updated. You ordered another 3D piece because it's getting slight micro scratches. Oh, wow. That's very disheartening to hear, man. Yeah, I don't like that. I haven't had any issues with that, and I hope it stays that way, because I have put quite a lot of cards into it. Trying to list the 3,200 scans you did yesterday, Tan? Yeah, that's a lot, man. It is a lot. Also, finally got this thing updated. Although it's not popping up what it's supposed to. I need to have my bestie fix it. And yes, I do 100 different things at the 1,000,000 miles a minute. That way we can get things going. I'm trying to prep for the card show tomorrow. There's so many things that go into it, right? You want to be able to advertise your website, advertise this site that's coming up, advertise the YouTube channel, all these different pieces. So, just trying to get it all done. They're very, very slight scratches. I guess I'll have to start monitoring. If you're one of the, I've seen a few out there of, oh, even with the 3D piece when I first installed it, it didn't fix it. All that fun stuff. I need to set up. Oh, that's going to be a different project. Okay. All right. I'm going to go back to what I was doing before I squirreled. Squirreled. Slabs. Boom. 15. All right. Let's see how this happens. One done. Oop. Shows they're getting approved. We want 15 in there when it's done. Wondering if I should make it so this shows up real time of how many are getting listed, all those fun pieces, right? While that loads, let's go back to CDP so I can do my CGC slabs. Part of it is without my slabs in the system, I don't have pricing on them, and I don't feel like doing individual pricing and then having to go in and add them to the system, all that fun stuff. I just want to do it all at once, which is kind of where this comes in. So slab 16, I don't need a start price. They're definitely not English cards. Oh, don't tell me my last ones were Japanese cards. Oops. Oh, well, what do you do? All right, process CGC slabs. Now they're going to load. We're going to pop back over here. Oh, that loaded fast. Did I tap that in wrong? 605. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I very much did. Yikes. All right, let's do this. Ba-da-da. My dog decided she wanted to come say hi. You can't see her, but she decided it was now time for some pets and some love. Now she's walking behind me. Dogs. Man's best friend, right? Something like that. Alright, let's try graded cards again. Let's see if I can actually type properly this time. 140103099072 605 741 6246. I don't know why it keeps repopulating the Japanese. Sorted. What's that? Is that Blastoise and Suicune EX deck? I think that's Scarlet Violet, if I had to guess. That should be both of them. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Then I'm going to throw this at 20 because after shipping labels, you're talking 15. Same with this one. And I'm going to price them at about, let's do 10 a piece for the card show. You guys, anybody doing anything fun today? Got anything going on besides Tan listing all your cards? Listing is a blast. Listing is a wonderful time. Dun, dun, dun. All right, cards are bagged and tagged with prices. So now we export. We fix our shipping data. Baseball game later, that'll be fun. De-winterize your sprinkler system? Yeah. I did mine the other day. I get that. Our grass is growing like weeds. It's been so much rain and tornado warnings and all sorts of stuff. It's been a week and a half. We've had like 2 tornado warnings. Just a great time. Wait for import. All right. Okay, we're going to pull back up here. All of those cards should now be listed. I had an error. What errored? Title description contains improper words. Why does that contain improper words? I want to list it anyway. Interesting. Doesn't like my title. Okay. Everything else should be listed, though. It's weird that it doesn't like my title. Post some sports, condition some cards. That sounds even more fun. All right. My slabs are listed, minus my Reshiram. I wonder if because it has Ash? Wonder why it would choose the Reshiram to not list here. So let's do this. Let's take a gander. figure out why it's being a turkey. So I will delete everything but the rushes. Booster box topper. I wonder if I get rid of booster box topper and just do enhanced topper. I wonder if it's because it's in single cards in the same booster box. I think I remember something about that. Just like when you're listing Trick or Trade. Yeah, my listings are getting back up there. I'm at what? 13,000? 47,000 quantity? I'm getting back there, Saints. Just takes time. It's not going as fast as I thought it would with everything else going on. But before next week, I'll be back up over 100,000 quantity. Or the end of next week, I should say. I will make sure of it. Boo, 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 boo. I do want to combine it here. Hopefully just launch one. All right, so then we're gonna import our CGC slabs, and hopefully that fixed to the ends rush ram should fix it. There we go. Let's test it out, see what happens. Something listed. Something else listed. Look at that. It was the words booster box that did it. Now we should be good to go. So, frame of reference for everybody. Don't list anything with the word booster box in it, even if it's booster box topper. Alright, slabs are done. So all of my slabs should be ready to go for the card show tomorrow. Which means I can put this wonderful box away without pinching my finger in it, because that's never fun. Alright, just want to update, make sure everything went through. That's starting to trickle. It's starting to trickle. Alright. Cool. Might as well, while I'm in here, list my other 3 CSVs I have prepped and ready to go. If I can do it without clicking drop downs. Import data. That's what I'm looking for. Show you the Yu-Gi-Oh sales. I don't really have very many right now. So my store is completely dead. Yeah, with everything I cut out and all of my ending listings, my views on listings, like I don't think eBay allows me to show you that, but it is like 20% for my views. It is terrible. So, all right, I'm gonna list these quick. Looks like they're mostly duplicates, which is great. It makes it so much easier. I'm going to apply the lot. These are all L16s, and they were L15s. I'm going to take that back. L15, apply lot. Yeah, I'm on the algorithm shit list right now with how much I've been ending listings and adding listings, and I cut off all of my sales. Like, I'm not running the 2-buy-2 get one free anymore, or the buy 10. I've completely cut all of my sales, so I am on the algorithm's no-fly zone right now. Which, I did it to myself, right? I knew what I was doing. So, is what it is. While those push, I will show you. Actually, I'm interested. Boom. We're on sharing mode. I created a new mode. That way if other people want to show the site, all financials are hidden. Everything is masked. So if I go to orders, you could see here, I've sold several Yu-Gi-Ohs. I got Blackwing, I got Necroid, Synchro Duelist, Blue Eyes Twin, Thousand Dragon, Beginning Night. I've done some sales, so nothing crazy. These are all today, I should say. So, none too wild. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Yu-Gi-Oh sales today. Not great, right? Not great by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever. However, not bad. It's better than my Pokemans. Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes sense. I actually really like this mode. Huh. This is the first time I'm looking at this mode. I just pushed it through before I hopped on stream here. It's pretty neat. Pretty neato burrito, as the kids say. And yes, I'm lame. I know. I've accepted it. You gotta remember, though, 70% of my Pokemon listings are off. So, I'm still working on revamping and resubmitting all of my Pokemon listings. Which part of that is taking 250 Japanese EXs out of top loaders and sleeves. And then, so I can scan them in. And then tonight, having to put them back into the top loaders and sleeves for the card show tomorrow. So, actually, while I'm thinking about it, speaking of the card show, a great chance to show off this wonderful tool. So this is the tool I built for the card show. I can go in here, type in PSA. Actually, I might have to sync my listings, aren't I? So once I sync my listings, I can go in here. I'm going to wait for all these to import. That way I can just do it once. But once that gets to that point, I'll be able to import it and pull everything into here. So, Saints, the reason I can't wait till after the show to do it is the way this is built, all of my sales are going to funnel through this website. So if I sell something, I'll just go in here, I'll click sold, and it'll track it. I can't do that unless the cards are in my inventory. So that requires me putting them into my inventory by scanning them in. I thought about scanning them in with the top loaders, but I don't know, man. I don't want to beat the shit out of my printer because I'm lazy. And it's designed you can do top loaders, and I don't know if you've ever done it, but it sounds so rough if you put a top loader through it. Sounds like the whole thing's just going to friggin' explode. So I try not to unless I absolutely have to. And for this, yeah, 250 cards is a you-know-what to take out, but it's better than risking it for the biscuit. Does. Yeah. I also it's a personal preference, right? I also just don't like why can't I get this damn card out? I don't like how it looks in a top loader. It's all scratched and just doesn't look great from a photo perspective. So I try not to. Again, I could. It would be clunky, but it would work fine. I'm victimizing myself. Nah, there's no complaints here, man. I'm not complaining whatsoever. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I don't believe in complaining. I believe complaints are like buttholes. We all have them. That's just how life is. Cozy, yep. Tomorrow's the card show. So we are prepping. Just telling Saints, taking all these cards out of the sleeves, all that fun stuff, so I can scan them in. Once my import push here to eBay is done, I'm going to reboot my inventory and pull my slabs into my inventory so I can sync it to the card show. And I am very excited. Why am I sleeving that? They all gotta come out of sleeves. What am I doing with my life? Victimizing yourself. That makes me laugh. Thank you for that. Oh, man. Once these list, we'll have a good old time. I also need to do some more scans today. Get some more stuff done. Ba, ba, ba. You opened a Chaos Rising yesterday? Nice. Did you get anything good? I've heard mixed reviews about a Chaos Rising. Boo, 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 boo. I'll be honest. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I had somebody reach out and say, "Hey, for content, you should rip a booster box or an ETB." I am very seriously contemplating ripping an entire Chaos Rising's booster box. It's not selling, Saints. All right, that might right there answer my question. If the bulk isn't selling, it might not be worth it. The host last sold was 70, and you pulled a ho. Oh, nice, nice, man. Make your money back. Yeah, usually bulk sells right when it comes out. Interesting. Unless your prices are too high, and again, with my model of just having a crap ton of bulk, it might be a different outcome. But I don't know. I don't care enough to rip an entire booster box just to see. Perfect order selling, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. $5? That's not bad, man. $5 to make 70? Not bad in the slightest. Sign me up. Sign me up. Alright, those should be done. So those are dead. Boom. Actually, I don't want a dead parent. Yeah, I do. I want to remove those from my queue so they go back into my other queue. Alright, new imports. Let's see what's in here. 296. 966 listings. Fabulous. So we're going to make sure these go to lot 15. Apply the lot. Ooh, that's my Japanese ones. Hold on, that's a different lot. I don't remember which one was my Japanese, so let's take a look. Japanese was... Could have been eBay. What was it? TC Bowl, lot 10. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Lot 10. What am I doing? Combine listings. You only rip Pokemon at MSRP. Yeah, the Chaos Rising booster box I got was from Pokemon Center, so technically MSRP. But I don't know, man. I don't have good ripping luck. Never have. I've ripped so much product and never got a chase. Just the luck of the draw, right? Is what it is. But it's one of those I'm like, do I really want to do that? Especially with everything else I'm putting money into right now. Do it live, let's go. Not today, man. If I did it live, it would be a next week thing. Actually be kind of fun, to be honest. Might do a video on it, but... Saints, you forgot what I used to do for a living? Smack talk doesn't get to me. Keep going, though. I like it. I like it a lot. Might be a next week thing if it happens. That's crazy. Tan, you ripped one pack. You have all the luck. A guy who I used to be really good friends with, we ripped packs together and all that. He always had all the luck. We would buy a booster box and split it again before everything went crazy back in 2024. We'd rip it and we'd split it. We'd split the cost and we'd split the booster box. He'd take one side, I'd take the other side. He always had the luck every single time. Which, no big deal, right? It is what it is. But that's just my luck. So I tend not to rip stuff. Ba, ba, ba. All right. Hopefully all these listings should be in soon. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm taking cards out of top loaders, so. Yeah, I don't really believe in gambling. I never really ripped packs to see what value I got out of it. It was always because I enjoyed ripping packs. If I was to end up ripping it next week, it would be to do a video around the rip, obviously, and then can we make money back on the bulk? So if you rip a booster box that you get at MSRP from Pokemon Center, can you rip it? I would also then track the value of it, right? I would track, okay, in 3 months, where am I at with bulk? Did I hit MSRP? Did I hit market price? All of those fun things. There'd be a lot more analytics that go behind it to kind of showcase a full video of, okay, is it worth ripping? Obviously, I'm not going to go and rip a Prismatic Evolutions ETB or an Ascended Heroes ETB that's $200 market price that you think you can make your money back on, right? The likelihood is very, 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 very slim that you would ever make your money back on something like that. Especially with my pull luck. But something like a booster box that has 360 cards, 340 of that will be bulk. So it's okay. Can you make your money back selling bulk from a new set? And I also thought, and I'll be honest, I really want to do this, but I never will because I'm a pansy, rip an entire booster box case. So instead of just a single booster box, buying a booster box case for like Chaos Rising off market value, which is what, $200 right now, or $2,000 right now. Sorry, it's like $2,100. No, am I mathing right? They're $200 a piece. Sorry, it's like $1,200, $1,300, not $2,200. It's like $1,200, and seeing what we could get in 6 booster boxes, doing content around that. That would be risking it for the biscuit. But it would give me enough bulk to be able to create set lots and master sets and that kind of thing, especially with the program, having it all built in. I'd be able to just do it very, very easily. Just have them list everything and all those pieces. But I don't know. A lot of things I want to do that I don't have the money to do because it's dumb. If you could make money ripping boxes, everybody would do it, right? Just like the Magic the Gathering Commander boxes. Everybody does it. Everybody knows about it. Everyone says, oh, find the right Magic set and you can get to level 4 on TCG Player. You could do this. And yeah. So if it worked, everyone would do it. But it'd still be kind of fun just to see what happens. Even if I did it for the next hot set, like Ascended Heroes would have been a great one because it had playables, it had nice hits. When it came out, the ETB case was what? Oh, I think I got mine for like $1,500, $1,300, something like that. So 10 ETBs worth of that, having what? 100 cards in each box. You're talking 600 cards. Or no, I'm not even going to try to do math because math is hurting my brain. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Just being able to, a hot set like Ascended Heroes, all it would take is one hit and you make your money back out of 10 ETBs. But it is a very risky endeavor. That is for sure. I do have a case of Ascended Heroes. And no, I'm not going to do it. Not at its current value. Again, you have to do it when the value is not crazy. Because you'd want to at least be able to make your money back on it. And I would also track the value of what it would be in 90 days. All of those things. Did I not click list? I thought I clicked the list button. Let me look. I never clicked the list button. Jiminy Christmas. I'm sitting here waiting for it to list and I never clicked the button. Look at me go. Tell you what, Saints, why don't you buy a case of ETBs for Ascended Heroes and rip it? We'll see how you do. I can make content off that. Doesn't that sound fun? You buy it, I reap all the glory from it. Tan used to do that with Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, there's still a few folks in Phantom's Discord that do it with Yu-Gi-Oh! Rip every new set, and granted, they get it. They have a storefront, so they get distro prices. I couldn't imagine doing market price for something like that, like with Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because there's not a lot of value in the singles. But you do what you gotta do to survive. Because I'm a survivor. Don't make me start singing. Good old Reva McEntire. Oh, untop loading is not a great experience. But it keeps me busy. What else would I be doing? Scanning in cards? Who's got time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. Boo-ba-doo-boo-boo. Yeah, you're doing card uploader. Speaking of, did you see they released this morning that they changed their API limits? That's huge. That's incredibly helpful for folks. Hoping that helps make a difference. They must have got approved for the enterprise package with eBay to be able to do that. The program, I should say. Don't mind me clapping if you hear it. I'm just taking cards out of top loaders. That is the easiest way. Slamming your two hands against each other. Take them all out of sleeves. I thought about keeping them in penny sleeves and scanning them in that way, but none of my other inventory is in penny sleeves, so I want it all uniform. Yeah. You guys got any fun plans for the weekend? Or just kind of hanging out? We all know I'm doing the card show. That'll take up the entire weekend. That is the one thing I'm not a fan of this card show that I'm going to this weekend is Saturdays. They want all vendors there by 8:30, but the show doesn't start until 10 when they let VIP members in from 10 to 11, and then the actual show doesn't start until 11 o'clock. It runs 11 to 6. So it's a 10.5-hour day just sitting there. It gets very brutal very fast. That's why they have food. Yeah, I'm guilty of that, Tan. I don't do pull tabs. That's too much work. Too much efforts. Too many efforts were had on this day. At least that's what I like to think. That's what I like to say. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, on expensive cards. I get that. Again, I still don't. But I probably never will. Because I am a lazy sack of you know what. Getting a lot of these fancy sleeves. Might be enough to make a 40 card bundle and sell it. 40 sleeve bundle, I should say. For some reason, the Crown Zenith ones sell fairly well. Just do. hopefully the card should be done soon. I still can't believe I sat here thinking it was loading for 10 minutes. What am I doing with my life? Those of you that are just joining, I am just sitting here unsleeving, top-loading cards, so happy to chat. Yeah, surprisingly, they sell well, especially like the sealed ones. I had a buddy of mine that was telling me that he listed his Perfect Order ETB sleeves, and they sold for $19.99. Like, that's almost a quarter of your ETB. If you got it at MSRP, that's a third. Like, you can make the money back on just the sleeves half the time. Which is why I was wondering for like my ripping challenge. I was thinking about doing an ETB and selling the sleeve, selling the box, and doing all that. There were 2 cards tucked in that sleeve. Interesting. They buy individual sleeves for $1.99. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I auctioned, 120 used sleeves off a couple weeks ago, and it went for $19.99 plus $5 in shipping. So 120 used sleeves. Not bad, right? It's the ones I pulled off cards because I only ship cards in clear sleeves. I don't ship in the ones that come in collections and stuff, but that's crazy, Saints. I did not know that, man. Thanks for sharing. Of course, I drop a sleeve. I might have to look into that because I have a lot that I get from collections. And the question is, how do you scan them in? You take photos of them, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Cozy. I'm talking about you. Don't you worry. I don't know, though, man. I don't think I have the balls to do it in this climate. Make more money holding on to it than I ever would ripping it. Thought about doing one of the Chaos Rising ETB I got, seeing what happens with that, but if the bulk's not selling, you don't get enough bulk from one ETB to really move bulk very well. That sleeve I dropped is now covered in dog hair, which is not acceptable. There we go. On to the next. 114,000 sold. That's crazy. That is just insane. I too have multiple Prismatic Evolutions ETBs, Cozy. No way in hell I'm ripping those. That would hurt. That would give me really bad anxiety. Especially if I didn't hit anything. Oh, I think I'd cry myself to sleep, man. That's so crazy to me on the sleeves. Holy smokes. I assume they sell used sleeves as well and not just brand new ones. That's just bananas. Bananas. I don't remember what set this one's from. 2021. Anyone know? It's a nice little Gengar. But yeah, I don't remember what set it's from. I do not on that one. Gotcha, Saints. Or Tan makes sense, man. Makes sense a lot. Been there, done that. That's probably around 100. All right. Those 296 listings should hopefully be done soon. I need to get a status bar. That's funny. That's crazy. Maybe I just start listing them and see what happens. $1.99 and what do? Throw it in a friggin' PWE to mail out a little tiny sleeve. Jesus. Now you got me wanting to try it, Saints. Not like I'm doing other things, man. Come on. Stop making me squirrel. We all know I squirrel a lot. I'm worse than Doug and Up. Squirrel. The world is doomed. You and me both, man. You and me both. $2 slice of the worst sleeves that exist. What do you think is the worst sleeve that exists, Saints? We may have differing opinions. That's just bananas. So if you sell a 40 seal pack for $19.99, but the individuals sell for $1.99, theoretically, if you list them as singles, so 40 for $1.99, you're talking you'd make more than the $20. Because figure, for a full pack, you would have to... Sorry, my brain's thinking. You'd probably have to PWE it. That wouldn't fit in a PW... Or you'd probably have to bubble mailer it. Ground advantage. That wouldn't fit in a PWE. So you're probably better off if they selling them for $1.99 each and just letting them ride. Realistically. The math doesn't quite math for me. I would think you'd rather... Because who's going to buy a single one, right? You're most likely, if they're collecting sleeves, they're going to buy multiple. Oh, you charge shipping for the $19.99? Gotcha. Still, though, you'll list 40. Maybe they're looking for 40. 50, whatever. You probably make more as singles. You do a buy two, get one free for sleeves. That was half a joke. Half true, half a joke. That's what I'm thinking. List them and see what happens. Shit. Like I said, all these collections, I take all sleeves off before I scan them in, so... Shit, if I could get a single listing of each sleeve going and then just update my quantities... You're talking another real-life inventory source if they sell. Individual top loaders. I don't think individual top loaders sell. And if they do, that person is not the brightest bulb in the box. If they're buying individual top loaders. Don't get me wrong, somebody probably does it, but I'm sure you can find a sale or two with it. Alright, I am going to do this last card, and then I need to go grab more on my other table. Take these tops loaders over there so they're out of my way. All that fun stuff. This changes everything. The question is, do top loaders and clear card sleeves actually sell? I could see why the Pokemon ones sell, right? If you're trying to finish a collection, if you're trying to finish all of these different pieces, completely 100% understand it. But first $6 order I get for a bulk card with penny sleeve and top loader. Just do buy two, get one free, man. That's the solution to everything, isn't it? Buy one, get one free. $1.99. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Penny sleeve, $1.99. Buy one, get one free. Still be making more money. It's a penny. Shit, I kind of want to try that now just to see if it works. Put it... Do a little buy one, get one deal. Put it in the title, buy one, get one penny sleeve. Have 5 quantities. See if somebody will buy 10 for $5. Should have bought the sleeve, bro. Oh, shoot. All right, Saints, I'm going to do it. You talked me into it. I just want to see what happens. Because I'm a child. And I'm a very intrigued child now. So what's it going to hurt, right? Buy one, get one free penny sleeve. There's got to be people that do it, right? I see a listing on here, 99 cents with the dollar shipping for individual penny sleeves. That's just bananas. Single clear penny sleeve. Buy one, get one free. Add the photo. You talked me into silly stuff, Saints. I'm sure it'll just sit there, right? Because who really cares? But penny sleeve in the description. Buy one, get one free. And I'll do a quantity of 5 for $1.99. Because I'll be honest, if I can get $10 for 10 penny sleeves, I don't give a shoot if I'm doing. If I'm shipping out 10, I'll throw them in a top loader. Shoot, I'll throw them in a team bag and a top loader. Oh, it's the silly things. This is why I get distracted, and I blame you. Squirrel! We're just having a good old time. That's all that matters. And even if they only buy one, right? You're still making 70 cents, 6 cents pure profit. Nice work, Tan. Got your cards listed. I like it. All right, Saints. Oh, nope, I have an issue. Error. Condition. Near mint or better. Pack fresh. Because I'll probably just end up grabbing one out of a new sleeve. All right, my listing is live, Saints. If it sells, you'll be the first one to know. And I'll do an entire YouTube series on it. On the random things you can sell on YouTube. For $1.99. All right, back to my actual work. Thank you for that. I needed the giggle. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Oh, my parent listings. Oh, that was that one. All right. Similar to review. I should do 86. Oh, nope, that's reverse hollow. Reverse hollow. Okay, I can end all those. Perfect. Denied. Not today. Then my new imports. Finally starting to get Japanese back on my store because it sells very well. Black Bolt, White Flare, Japanese. All right, that is 10. List on eBay. Oh no. Yep, there we go. Okay, 419 going. Going to stream from Card Show. No, probably not. I do all of my recording minus this cheap webcam from my cell phone. It's just not really that realistic to bring a tripod and set up my phone. And I thought about it. I may bring it and stream for like an hour, half hour kind of thing, but I don't know. Yeah, Coop does sign cards. Yeah, I saw that. He's a celebrity. He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. But no, I won't be signing cards. I'm just here unsleeving cards. There was 2 cards in that one. That person would have got a surprise. Got a very happy surprise. I didn't sleeve any of these. Yeah, this will be my last one. I'm not a big fan of card shows. They're not my scene. Not at all. But I told a buddy I'd do it with him, so I'm doing this one with him. And like I said, I may bring the tripod. I can collapse it and might stream for an hour. Just to see what happens. Let y'all make fun of me. Alright, once these cards are listed, I can finally refresh my page and, or I should say refresh my listings so I can list those PSA cards into my card show inventory and show you guys what that looks like, because that is going to be an absolute godsend this weekend. Being able to document immediately if a card sells and all of that. It's going to completely change the game. Speaking of which, I was supposed to have a video that was going to go out about it today, but I can't seem to get my iCloud to sync with my photos. And the files are way too large to email to myself. Might be a video that goes out tonight. It'll come out today at some point, but just gotta figure out why my things won't sync. It doesn't like me. iCloud doesn't. Saints, I want you to know that's probably going to sell in like a month. And I'm going to look at it and be like, what the heck? When did I list that? And I'm going to completely forget that I even did it. And it's going to confuse me. Oh, shoot. That's what I need to do. I should probably create a discount. Huh? Although, it don't matter. Labels by... no, because I'm probably going to put it on there. Yeah, I should probably do that. All right, let's do this. Create discount, order discount. Buy X, get Y free. Buy one, get one free. Sleeve only. Oh, manual. All right, there it is. Discount has been set up. That way I don't forget. And I should change my quantity to 10. That's what I'm doing right now. But they're a penny each. Make 70 cents on them. Not bad profit if it actually sells, ever. It'll be my luck. It'll sell when I run out of penny sleeves and I'm waiting on an order. It'll be semi-funny. There's other listings that have sold for $1.89 for 100 penny sleeves. I'm asking $1.99 for 2. What the heck? It's the fun things in life. Hi, girl. You want attention? Yeah. You being good? All right. These should hopefully be done listing soon. If they're not already. They might be done already. I wasn't paying attention. Nope, we're at 86. Nowhere near close to done. Alright, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to go over here and go to a card uploader so I can close that out. I was multitasking, working on a bunch of different things. You know, why not? Oh, I need to do these Yu-Gi-Oh! So they stop showing up every time I look at it. Why did these stop listing? Did I break it? Oh, no, it's still going. 86. I think it's still going anyway. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, Saints. Like I said, I'm just doing it for a buddy. We go, we hang out, we get tables next to each other, and we just sit and BS and sneakerheads. It really is. There was a guy at the last show we did in January that even straight up told me, like, he was a vendor. It's like, yeah, I came over from sneakers. I'm like, oh, of course you did. Of course you did, buddy, old pal. You could definitely tell he was a used car salesman. If you get the reference, you get the reference. Oh, man. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, they have. Very much so. And unfortunately, I don't know if that's ever going to change. One more stack. Trying to think of anything else I am missing that needs to get done for tomorrow. I got my sealed ready to go. I haven't priced my sealed, but I have it all in my I have it in collector, and then I have it too in my website here. All of the value and all that. So I may just use that to value out my sealed. Somebody wants something. What else am I missing? Got my tablecloths, my table. Taking my handy dandy cart back here. I'll obviously get emptied of all my bulk tonight. That's going to go with me because that'll help. That'll store the sealed so it's not on the table. Last time I brought a pen and paper so I could document my sales. I don't have to do that this time. Dun dun dun. A lot of individual cards, no duplicates. Alright, I think that'll be it for this penny sleeve stack. Over there. Forgot I had the Mountain Dew. Keeps me happy and sane. That's what matters. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering too when the inevitable collapse comes from an economy standpoint, not necessarily from Pokemon, right? From an economy standpoint of... That's partly why I'm relying on bulk and sealed, because I don't see sealed dropping with the collapse. Because if you look at the current market and everyone talking about the higher spenders, the people in like the middle tier of $1 million trust funds and that kind of stuff, a lot of that's going into Pokemon. So they're still going to continue to invest. It's a form of investments now, right? So that I don't foresee that changing even in a downturn, even in a collapse. So I think sealed's always going to be up there in value. So that's kind of where I'm relying on sealed, using bulk to fund my sealed. So down the road, I could get out of it, and shit, if cards drops 30-40%, yeah, it does introduce the same. Yep. There's always risk, man. Always a risk. Everything in life has a risk, unfortunately. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, I don't think it'll become a Beanie Baby market. Just, again, I wasn't alive when... Let me rephrase, I was alive, but I wasn't into Beanie Babies. I wasn't old enough. I don't think that will happen just from the sake of there's a lot more you can do with Pokemon. Figure it's playable, it's collectible, it's all of these different things. Beanie Babies was never that. Beanie Babies was just a collectible. So, I don't know. They could overprint it. Like, hate to say it, but they could take the Magic route or the Yu-Gi-Oh route, or I should say the Yu-Gi-Oh route, and just start reprinting all old cards in the same sets. Jeez, you'd sell Beanie Babies on the side of the road? That's pretty awesome. We never did that. But yeah, I could see him eventually doing that. I hope it never happens, but just start printing all the top chases in every single set, and even from a bulk perspective, same exact card in every set. Although Pokemon again has master setters, which most TCGs don't, where people want the entire set. It's not about single cards, it's about master setting. Again, I'm one of those. I got a lot of... I have what? 6, 7 master sets? I don't know, counting is hard. But, oh shoot, I did not take that one out of Penny. Yeah, Penny sleeve. Yeah, I don't think they would do it either, but it could. There's always a risk. That's the only way I could see it collapsing, where sealed isn't valuable, is if shit started getting reprinted. I could see, and I hope they start doing booster box reprints again. Because, like anybody, I would love to get my booster box collection up. But it'll be very interesting to see, and nobody, not even all these investment bros that think they know the market, can tell us. It'll be very interesting to see what Scarlet and Violet's back end and Mega Evolution's early end do for investments in 5 years. Because figure, they've seen significant returns already of everything going up, especially from MSRP perspective. So do they follow suit with how Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon have been, where they raise and rise in the next 3 to 5 years? Are we going to continue to see higher rates at the same percentage, or is it going to bottom? We really don't know. Yeah, yep. Magic is a different animal. And that's how Pokemon was always, right? Like, I remember buying, when I first got back into the hobby with Crown Zenith, I bought 3 cases of Scarlet Violet Paradox Rift, 3 cases of base of Paldea, and I ripped all of it because there was no value in sealed. And now it's all gone up. Yeah, we think they're printing more, but they're printing a lot of collection boxes. Like, if you actually analyze the data they put out, the cards, if you break it down by pack, all that fun stuff, you're looking at a lot of that's probably collection boxes that don't have a lot of cards in them. Or the 3-pack blisters and the poster collections, that kind of thing. So, it's a whole different animal than it ever used to be. dun, 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 dun. I need to buy one of those machines that sleeves and unsleeves cards. That'd be fancy. They are super expensive, though. I'm also thinking about getting one of those trays for the Rico that you can put like 1,000 cards in that goes up and just dump them in. Thought about getting one of those. I had somebody tell me you can change some settings on the PaperStream, or on the Rico, sorry. So the Rico on PaperStream app, you could change it so it only takes 100 cards at a time. So it only scans in, but you feed 1,000 cards, whatever you choose to feed, and then you just click a button. It does 100. You grab them, you take them out, put them in your SKU, 100, so on and so forth. But yeah, you don't already hoard promos? You want to see something that might make your heart a little sad? Let me show you something. Watch out, girl. I gotta go right here. So I have several ETBs like this. This is just one singular card. So this entire ETB, pretty much full ETB, is filled with the Bulbasaur from the 151 binder collection. So, yeah, again, that's one example of what I hoard. We're not going to talk about it. I have an addiction. Alright, I got one more to show you and then I'm done. I don't want to out myself. These are all Prismatic Evolution stamped promos. Again, I have an addiction. It's an illness. It's real. Somebody send help. And you'll note I never shy away from showing what I spend, what I put stuff into. That's just me. I'm honest. I'm never going to hide it. I'm never going to shill anything. That's what I buy and what I put my money into. So take it for what it is. Yeah, I have problems. I tend to believe in stuff. Like, I'm not going to pull it out because it's in a box under a box. But I have about 30 of the Destined Rivals Rapidash that I was able to pick up for under $8 that I think will be 20, 30, 40 bucks in the next couple months to a year kind of thing, right? So I make plays just like everybody else does. The stamped promos, I think in the next 3 to 5 years, I think they're going to be ridiculously expensive. Especially if Prismatic Evolutions runs the way everybody is predicting. I think they are going to be astronomical. Yeah, my ETBs of Pokemon is pretty excessive. Yeah, we'll just leave that at that. So when I say multiple times that I'm not looking to blow up my store, right? I'm not looking to continue to grow the business, and I'm focusing on investments. That's what I'm talking about. So those Bulbasaurs, I think we can all agree with the way they've reacted the last year. I think they're going to be a $5 to $10 card within the next year. I bought in all of them. I've bought maybe 30 above $1. The rest are all 50 to 70 cents. So you're talking, I have about 350 of them now, and I average paid $1 and probably 80 cents on them. So they go up to $5-10. That's 200% profit on $300 that's just sitting there. So you do it in small chunks like that, it goes up, and I haven't even looked at them. I'm sure there's some grading plays to be in there and all that fun stuff, but I did look once, and there was one of the Bulbasaurs with like 4 swirls. I'll probably sell that as a swirl sore. See what I did there? Swirl sore. See if I can get that to go, and that'd be a pretty penny probably. But again, take it for what it is. I'm a very small fish in a very big pond. And I like to make plays on what I think will do well. Just because. But the amount of capital I have tied up in investments, I could change the entire throughput of my business if I got rid of all of it and put it into a $40,000-$50,000 single collection that I could make 20, let's just say 10% on, buy it at 65-70%, sell it at 85. I could completely change the flow of the business, but I'd rather rely on investments. Less work that way. I don't know how we got down that path, Saints. Again, I blame you. Oh, my listings are almost done, it looks like. Perfect. Oh, I should probably think about what I'm having for lunch today. I have not eaten yet, besides a piece of sourdough bread and some Mountain Dew. That counts as lunch, right? Chocolate, pretzel, sourdough, and Mountain Dew. Those are pretty promos, man. Those are nice promos. Yeah, I make choices. They're not always the right choices. I've picked a few cards that have been duds that may or may not ever go up. Yeah. Yeah, if you got them down at the bottom, that's pretty dang good return. And that's the thing, like, I'm looking for a system I can put in place that in 10 years, I don't have to sit here and sell singles. I don't have to sell bulk. A lot of folks that are growing a business, they're looking to grow it into a business, right? Something you do till you retire, you grow it, you scale it. I'm looking at, and that's, again, why I put the bulk money into sealed, is I want to get to the point where, I'll be honest, I don't have to work. I don't have to flip singles. If I can do this for 10 years and get my sealed to the point of year over year, I can sell it, sell the matured items, and get 20 grand, continue to recycle it every year. I'll be sitting pretty good. I won't worry about it. If I can get to that point. Only 5 near mint on TCG player, 2 at 45, 2 at 100. You know, if you want to do some crazy shit, buy all 5. Buy all 5 and list yours at 300. What's the worst that would happen? Someone else would buy them, you buy those. I hate to say it, but cards like that are so easy to collapse the market if you have the right cards. Just found a Sprigato Hollow promo. Nice, Tan. Nice. Yeah. Yep, no, I get that. And that's where I'm at. Like, I don't work. I stay home with the kiddos, right? So for me, it's the retirement plan. Like, I obviously have my retirement and all that from my previous careers and all that. So it's not hurting on that front at all. But it's, how do we better set us up for success? Mark shows 23. That's not bad, man. That's pretty awesome. Bulk card for 23 bucks. Heck yeah. Good stuff. I like when you find like the holiday calendar ones, because people don't ever look for like the snowflakes in the corner, right? So depending on the card, those are usually 20 bucks, and great find, man. Ooh, those are all listed. Perfect. So So now that those are done, I can resync my inventory, which takes a minute. Pay 2 cents? Heck yeah. Those are the things you like to see. Those are the things you like to view. I wish, Saints, I was in more of a position to get more Ascended and Prismatic, but I'm just kind of chugging along. Yeah. Yeah, if you bought out all near mints, man, oh, you could change that market. I've thought about with the Bulbasaur every month putting aside $500, just buying the first 500 on the list. Yeah, shipping will kick my ass, and I'll probably only end up with 250 cards. But put it into that, whew, I could change that market in about 2 years. That's what I'm saying. You could completely capitalize that market. Because you got to think about those niche cards. Like, who's really looking to collect it that doesn't have it already? That didn't buy it for $50. Yep, easily. Buy all the damage. Buy all the... Huh. I do crazy things. Not advocating you do crazy things. Do so at your own risk. There's always a level of risk, but I enjoy plays like that. I think once I get to a point of all of my credit cards are paid off with my all the bulk stuff I bought, I'll probably start doing more shenanigans like that. Shit, you send it to me, I'll do it. I'll do it right now. Live on stream. Buy them all. $400? That's minimal. I'll make that back in 2 weeks. If no, I'll make it back in 2 days probably. If I turn my sales back on. Sometimes you just gotta have fun, man. Girls just wanna have fun. Wow, Gengar just wants to have fun. All right. I have one more stack after this. What, 100 left? We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Ooh, my inventory synced. Perfect. Well, yeah, that kind of sounds fun, the Magic Play boxes. All right, so now that it's synced, I can show you in my card show app here. I typed in, no, it's not. I thought I said my inventory was fully synced. Is it not done yet? Is it not done yet? I was synced a minute ago. All right, let's refresh it. Let's see if I just need to refresh it. $800, yeah, that's not bad market price. Not shabby at all. Wonder if it's because they're popping in here. It shouldn't, though. This is tied to inventory, not... If I type in Mimikyu... Ow. It's because I'm searching my actual inventory, and we're not going to talk about what I was doing. So, if I type in PSA, it'll pop in all of my listings here. So if I select all, and I dump them all over onto my inventory, as you can see, they are now in my stores, in my card shows inventory. I pull up PSA. Boom. So if let's just say I sell this Mimikyu, I go in here, I click sold, type it in what I sold it for. It now goes into my orders, and it immediately closes the eBay listing. So, gotta set it up for success. at the card show. Can't be stressing. Can't be stressing. Do. Marvel superheroes, yeah. Yeah. That'll be fun. You gonna rip it? I've thought about getting into like holding stuff like that, like when V-Friends came out. I haven't looked at that in a while. I thought about getting the first edition V-Friends booster box. So I'm curious, what is that nowadays? So, V-Friends booster box, Series 1. So when I looked at buying it, it was like $450. They're up to, that's 2026. They're about $650, so it would be up $250. That wouldn't have been too bad. You got your pre-order Saint. Nice, man. Nice. Alright, back to that sleeving. Cards pile. It's gonna be a lot of V's to scan, and V's and EXs. Good times. All right, going off camera for a second to switch out stacks. All right, last stack of V's and EXs I got to take out of the top loaders. Then I got to scan them in and re-sleeve them all. You know, because why not? Yeah, unless it's me. Because that kind of sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like a little bit of stress relief that I need in my life right now. Just to see what happens. And we can talk about it on every stream. And hype it up. Have people list them for $100, $200. Buy those up. Wait till everything hits $400. I'll just corner the market. I'll put 10 grand into it. Screw it. Go big or go home, right? Especially if these penny sleeves start selling $1.99 a piece. Oh, we're making money. Hand over fist. You got to think though. So you buy them all up. There's, you said one at $350 and one at like $150 and then $50 and $50. So people coming onto the market, you'll see them bought out at $350. People will probably put them on the market at $150 and oh, there's only 300 to 400 total. Ah, I didn't know that. Oh. Yeah. Gosh, now you're making me want to do it. Because if 5 more people posted at 150, you could gobble those up. Oh, man. You're making me think naughty thoughts, and I don't like it. I thought you were a better influence than that. You're going to create a monster, Saints. It's not good. I'm going to convince myself to do it at 2 o'clock in the morning. You'll never know it's me. So you could buy up all colors. Do near mint of all colors and just collapse the market. Fuck. The question is, what's the sell-through rate? If only one sells every 6 months, it's absolutely not worth it. You know what I just thought about. I changed my pricing on TCG Player today to 30 cents to be my floor to see if I'd get any orders. Nope, nothing. I was just curious. 16 sold in 3 months. That's actually not bad. Ugh. Alright, I gotta look. No, I'm probably not gonna do it. You're buying all the conditions for every card? Jesus, that's a lot of money. What is this? The Arceus what promo? What'd you say? I'm just looking at it for the group. I'm probably never ever going to do this. I have too many things and other things. Arceus AR1. Oh, there's like 8 of them? Jeez. This one's pretty spendy, though. Near mint 6. Oh, I don't want light played. I want near mint. Yeah. That gets pretty spendy fast. Because you got AR1. Which one's yours? The red one? What number is that? Near mint, you got 4. Yeah, you could. Ugh, a $300 one. That one would kill you. But you corner the market on it. 3 is red. Wonder if I go back to Arceus if it'll let me see all of them. There we go. That's what I wanted. You'll match the 3. Yeah, fair. The issue is, if you buy the hundreds, new cards are going to come on at 100. You want to buy the expensive one to change the market price, right? Because somebody would then relist it at 200 of, okay, there were hundreds and then 300. They would probably go to 200 for the new listings. So you would want to buy, if you're buying it out, you would want to buy that top card. Just as a last sold reference. So if you go, yeah, there's a lot of them. More than I thought. 94, 95, 96. Should be the new Kabuto King. Buy them all out, man. Buy them all. I mean, these are nice promos. Joking aside, if somebody had money, this would not be a bad way to go. You completely control them. Anytime a new card gets listed, you buy it. It's freaking Arceus, right? There's not many out there in near mint condition anymore. These are the kind of plays, if you're going to do crazy shit, and I'm not just talking Arceus, right? But if you're talking doing crazy plays, yeah, you could easily make a lot of money if you control the entire market, especially because a lot of these have 200-300 sales on it, so 190. You buy this out. What are last solds on this one? So there is a last sold for 199. So that is the new market value on this. You buy these 2 out, you're sitting at, you could probably list this for $300, and you'd be the new standard. So $100 each to hold it for a while. But something you also have to think about is, so let's take this AR3. And again, you squirreled me. So Arceus AR3, I should probably type in near mint here. How many of them are on eBay? Yeah, a near mint for $22 on eBay. Is that really near mint? I mean, it's a top seller. Shit, I want to pick that up. $22. 90 cents shipping. But that's what I'm talking about. You'd have to look at eBay as well of, okay, is there near mint listings? Yeah, there's a bunch for 20 on. eBay. So if you're looking to buy it out, you would want to hit the cheap ones on eBay too. So agreed. I very much doubt it too, but it's still near mint. Like this one, let's see. Rare, near mint. The actual card is shown. Is that a crease? Or is that the card? I think that's the card. Yeah, that one's pretty clean. That's not near mint, though. That's definitely lightly played, that corner. Oh, there's hollow and non-hollow? So you're just talking the non-hollow version. Got it. All right. You took me down enough of a rabbit hole. I'm going back. I go back to my hole, okay? But no, that's the kind of thing, if you're looking at doing plays like that, look at Collects, look at eBay, look at Mercari. Make sure you're not going to screw yourself and there's 40 copies actual near mint on eBay for $20. Because if you're going that route, buy them all off on eBay too. It's got to be conscientious to not get platform specific. Like, I'll show you an example. So if I go to TCG Player again, I have way too many things in front of me and my keyboard. So this is one I hoard. I have 23 of these that I've paid under $20. Holy shit, there's a lot on the market now. We were down to like 12 on the market a while ago for this card, and then somebody bought it out. So what was it? Last month? Somebody ran it up to like $50, $60 sales. I think it was early April. I don't remember. But yeah, a whole bunch of 40, 30, 40, 40, 50. Somebody bought a whole lot of this card. So it ran up and it ran back down because everyone put it back on the market. But if you think about it, these are a finite card. Like the Ditto, there's only a finite amount of them. Half of them got peeled because there's a shit ton of actual Dittos out there as well. Like, you're thinking in the next 5-10 years, this card could go obsolete. So, for an example, you do 6 here. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. So, you do anything above 4. You buy all these. $25, so 5 extra bucks. Now I have to pay shipping. Fuck it. So, you buy 22 of these for $508. Okay. What if in 5 years when they go out, you list all of these for $99.99? You're 5 timesing your money. That's $2,200 minus fees. So, again, I have 22 of these. I didn't even realize they dropped back down. I'll probably buy a few more, pick a few more up. So, it's all about what you believe in, what you think's going to happen with the card. There's crazy things you can do if you believe. You believe in what you know. Me, I'm just over here selling EXs and Vs from Japanese sets. Any other cards you want to look at, Saints? I don't mind going down another rabbit hole. That was kind of fun. Seeing what they got. I like rabbit holes. Nope, I should take that off of there. That's the fun part sometimes, just kind of looking at them and saying, okay, is this a good play? Is it not a good play? Like those Numels, or even the Bidoofs and all that. I think eventually those Ditto promos are going to be worth crazy amounts of money because people are going to want a master set. It's Pokemon Go, right? The nostalgia for Pokemon Go is going to be real once it hits its 10-year anniversary and stuff like that. It could get bought out and they're just gone. to me, cards like that are a lot different than just your standard cards because you can rip them, Jiminy Christmas. You can pull the Ditto off of them, and they're a completely different card now. Let's look at the Baneri. Same Diamond Air promo. Let's look. What's it hurt? TCG player Baneri DP06. Oh, is it from the same set? No, but it's got Arceuses. Baneri. Yeah, just the one. Yeah, so if you look, near mint. Yeah. This Legends TCG shop, that's the one that's had all the high prices. On all the listings. Man, they got some heck of cards. Yeah, it's the same shop. I kind of want to investigate. Holy smokes. They got some nice inventory there. Their prices are crazy, though. $6,000 near mint. Guessing they just have cards and they put it at the friggin' top. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even like this Charizard Y, my guess is they just put it at the top of the market in case somebody does a buyout. Yeah. Lugia V 3700. What the French toast? I'd be curious to know if they actually have these cards, because that's a really nice inventory if they do. But Shadowless Hollow, yeah, that's a nice Ninetales. Let's look at that market. You got it? Let's take a look. No, I don't want to add it to my cart. Let's see. So, near mint. Let's do the first edition. Why not? Why is it taking me to this guy's cart? Should be able to leave it, right? Clear filter. So near mint, there's no first editions near mint unlimited. Yeah, crazy prices. Crazy. Shadow unlimited. Yeah, it's bananas. Bananas, man. Yeah, me too. I think we all did as kids, right? We all do weird things. We all mess with things we shouldn't. Break things we shouldn't. That time of month. All right. Anybody else want to see a card in chat? I'm happy to look something up. We could talk about it, evaluate it. Going to a movie? That sounds fun. Tan, what movie are you going to see, man? I haven't been to a movie since our oldest was born, so fuck. French. 4 years ago? 5 years ago? Pre-COVID, probably. Because then I got messy. I was never a big movie person. I'd rather watch a movie at home. Comfort Mountain House, Power Ballad. Huh. That should be good. Hope you have a fun time, man. Good old Friday night. Alright. Still just grinding these out. Why do I have an English card in with my Japanese? Shenanigans. Shenanigans, I say. Anybody else have a card they want to look up? Just plays first editions. Me too. The choices we made as kids when nobody knew what the heck we were doing with our lives. I need to package that up, I think, before I get too crazy. All right, card show. Here it is. ba, ba, ba. I should probably figure out more cards I need to take. I have, what, 207 cards, not including my sealed. So taking about $5,000 worth of inventory. Sealed puts it at about 10. I don't have very big inventory. My inventory is mainly bulk. How'd you have a hard time finding a card, man? Your sort system all wacky, all wonky? Wonka. Alright. 30-second intermission. I have to go grab something. I will be right back. Alright. Anyone come up with card ideas? Difficult. Oh, you're talking finding it. Stellar Crown stamped? Yeah. I could definitely see that. Whew, my Claude charge came out today. That one hurts. Claude is expensive. Alright. Just trudging along. Ba, ba, ba. I need to get more sealed. I need to get more fun things. I'm trying to debate with this bulk coming in once I get everything, all my cards paid off, all my fees, all that fun stuff. My return's been a lot of that lately. Once I get all that paid off, what do I want? What seal do I want to buy? Thought about doing Chaos Rising because it's cheap, perfect order. I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily believe in them. Thought about waiting for a dip in Ascended because it's going to come. Picking more of that up, but I don't know. I know a lot of people say, just buy an ETB here, buy an ETB there, all that fun stuff. I don't like to have just random ETBs around my house. I like to just buy cases so I can put them in storage. I can put them in X, Y, and Z. That way they're not just sitting around in totes and boxes and have to buy the specific ETB holder so they don't get damaged and all these different pieces, right? So it's just finding that happy medium is all. Magnemite EX. Zero Arc. Oh, I'm almost done, and then we gotta scan. So that should be 500. So that'll sit there. Another card that I've kind of thought about picking up more copies while it's down is the Charizard EX from 151. I'm struggling because while it's down from where it was, it's done its, 20% pullback, and it's going to run again. It's still, 100% more expensive than when I bought my initial 6. So I'm having a hard time justifying putting more money into that when I could buy sealed cases for... I could buy a sealed case of Ascended for the same price as 3 Charizards. And what's going to have the higher return is the question. Or I could just buy out all the Bulbasaurs and be done with it, right? Buy out all the Numels. $20 a piece. Just go boom. Suck them all up and be done. God, that'd get expensive real fast. Buying all those. What did we say? There was like 100 of them. Cheapest was 20, so 20% leg ups, probably 30. Yeah, that'd be gross. I'd get spendy. Yeah, probably the case. Definitely. That's what I'm talking about is price points are a pickle right now. It's a pickle. He's a tough spot to be. Doesn't want to come out. There we go. Alright guys, when I'm done with this stack, I'll probably call the stream. I'm happy to go through anything in the next 10 minutes. Anything you want to chat about, look up, see, all them fun shenanigans we always do at the end of the stream. It'll be about 2 hours. That's where we will end it. Hoping for a bubble burst. Yeah, me too. Although I don't really see one in the near sight. That's kind of why I said it earlier, why I'm building up the bulk side of it, focusing on that. So when inevitably the bubble or whatever claims, I don't necessarily know if it's a bubble. I think it's just a different market than we've ever seen. But when we eventually see the decrease, I'll be able to rely on bulk to just keep moving from all kinds of different sets and series and TCG, sports, all that fun stuff. So I'm not reliant on one singular Pokemon TCG. So it's all about setting yourself up for success and building a business and not a flipper flip. It's a flippity flip flop. Flipper. Yeah, easier time finding products would be nice, but I don't see that changing. Even if it was to have a market correction, I think so many people now see the greater picture in Pokemon of historically it's always gone up, right? It's not like the stocks, it doesn't crumble. There's risk, right? The entire IPO could die off. All those fun things, right? We could have a global crisis and it would die. Who knows? But there's a higher success rate in Pokemon than there is in traditional yields right now. So it's all historical data. So I don't know. I don't necessarily see anything changing anytime soon, unfortunately. Oops. Almost dropped that card. All right. Boop, 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 boop. It's interesting. I bought this a lot of Japanese EXs like 2 years ago now. I still haven't been able to get rid of them. They've been listed the whole time. Paid 70 cents per, so I'm like, my floor is $2.49 on them just to try to break even. But the market has changed for Japanese since I bought these. Again, I bought these pre-English running when Japanese was hot. So times certainly have changed. Yep. The market will dip, it always does. But the question is when and who's going to have the capital to buy. Whoever is the capital will make out like a bandit, in my opinion. Come on, little buddy. You're almost there. That one did not want to come out. They will eventually sell. Yeah, maybe. 10 years. It all depends, man. The talk of the town, all these financial institutions coming in. They could just hold it indefinitely. We don't necessarily know. Like for me with mine, I don't plan on selling it 5-10 years. Unless I have a major life crisis, right? Where the entire global economy crushes, wife loses her job. Those things in tandem, right? That's the only way I would ever sell mine. It's always fun watching YouTube, these larger streamers that have all this product. You're like, huh, that'd be nice. I'd like to be there one day. Just have product you can make a throne out of. I don't know if I'd make a throne because that's just ridiculous, but hide it, bury it, save it for generations, put it in a time capsule. Don't get me wrong, modern will never be what classic is, right? What OG is, 50 grand, 60 grand a ETB case, it'll never be like that. But even if it gets up to 1 grand a booster box and you hoard 50 of them, that's 50 grand of stuff that was sitting in a closet in 5 years, 10 years. Then you happen to save a diamond in the rough and it friggin' skyrockets. Like Black Bolt White Flare. I don't know if you guys have been looking at those recently. They are doing some crazy things. So if we go to White Flare Elite Trainer Box, they're up to $130 in the last 30 days. Or last 3 months, sorry. Last 30 days they're up 6%, but last 3 months, they're up 45%. White Bolt is. Or White Flare, sorry. They were $89. You could have got them in March, and they're up to 130 in active sales, so 18 a day. That was a massive buyout. Gee, many Christmas. 94 sold in 2 days. Yeah, they were just $80 3 months ago. That's what I'm saying. Like, I should have bought them, but everyone was so focused on Prismatic and all of these things, and I was focused on building the business, and I didn't get any of. I think I have 3, and I think I did 3 and 3. So at one was an MSRP, one was Pokemon Center, all that, right? But you're talking, okay, you would have almost doubled your money at this point. Almost, not quite, right? If you bought it at $70, you're darn near close to doubling your money in 3 months. So bought it 6 months ago at 70 in December. Yeah. 74. Ain't that the truth? They all don't do that now. If you buy them all, then you go broke. Yeah, I disagree with that. It's about buying the right one. So Black Bolt White Flare, it's going up because it was short printed. I use short printed. Because they were mass printing Prismatic Evolutions. Same thing's going to happen for, in my opinion, because I think they're going to hit Ascended Heroes pretty hard. I think Perfect Order is going to get skipped. I don't think Perfect Order is going to get hit very hard with reprints, with anything focusing on that. So it all just depends where they focus their printing at. And if you have a strategicness, you can kind of tell, okay, they're going to go here, they're going to go here, and just making the right plays. But it's how do you make the right plays? How do you make the right decisions? That is the tough part. Me, I just buy what I believe in. And 1 booster box of each or 1 TETB of each. Ain't nothing personal here, man. Everyone's got an opinion. They're like buttholes. Everyone's got it. And I would encourage you, if you're going to stay in this business space, you should be more positive. Positivity goes a long way. We're all friends. We're all here to see financial gain and make a difference in the world. Whether it's your world or someone else's. We are all here for a good time. Oh no, you don't miss sets, man. I don't miss sets. I buy every single set. That is my methodology. Me too, Tan. I think that's why we get along. Positivity goes a long way in this life. There are too many negatives. So many. Alright, I'm going to clean up these top loaders. Alright, fellas. Well, I think that is it for me. I think I am going to call it a day. Been about 2 hours. I'm going to get these scanned in, get everything caught up, and get ready to go for tomorrow. I may take the recorder, the stand, maybe do an hour live stream at the card show tomorrow, depending on how it goes. But thanks for being here, guys, as always, and we'll see you in the next video. Hopefully I should have one coming out tonight if I can figure out why my iCloud won't sync the video. So, all right, catch you guys later. Oh, man, I got to answer that before I go. So, bulk, man, sell bulk. Nothing. So, I am cash neutral for my business. Obviously, I put cash into it to start it. I use bulk to segue everything. So everything you see behind me is paid off with bulk. I only buy sealed with the proceeds from bulk. And again, I'm a big proponent of list everything, and that's why. It may not sell for 6 months, it may not sell for a year, but if I'm making 70 cents on a 1 cent card, and if multi-cards sell $1 per card, that adds up pretty quick. I do roughly $1,000 in earnings a month just on bulk. And once that collection is paid off, I put it into sealed. That is my methodology. That's the way I've grown my business. So yeah, nothing is personal cash. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I don't have a job. So none of my family's personal cash goes into sealed. So it's great. I'm super excited for the future and what it's going to bring and what it's going to grow. Yep. Mana pool will get there. All right, guys. See you in the next video.